Philly 500 Movie Classics is a proud sponsor of this channel. Remember, when you can't see it, act it.
Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Diva! Happy trails, Hans.
Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Digbat here. So I have a question for yous today. Has your opinion of the Mikal Bridges, Zhaire Smith trade changed at all since your initial reaction? Has it changed since you had a night to sleep on it? Since you had time to think about it, process it, listen to press conferences, and just gather yourself, and think long and hard about what the Sixers did? For me, for King Dingbat, the Dopey Don, my opinion has changed. And it's changed because when I first did the initial video, the reaction video to the trade, it was like a minute or two right after it was announced. So it was fresh for me, and I was so caught up in getting Mikal Bridges. I wanted him bad. And, his mom works for the Sixers. He's a hometown kid. I've watched a lot of him in college. So I was very excited about the whole process of it. And then when the Sixers, when they announced that they got a 2021 first round pick unprotected, my thoughts were delaying, we're pushing things back. And I wasn't really thinking about the short term. That pick was actually not because they're trying to build something 3-4 years down the line. We're not just pushing the process more, down the line more and more. But they're getting that pick because it's super valuable to make a splash this year, to trade it this year. The Sixers have something cooking. They have something cooking, and they're getting ready to use that trade, that draft pick, for a big trade. That's what I think is happening. And, initially I didn't think that was the case. I thought we were just pushing things down further down the line. And that is why, it's frustrating. But having thought about it, having slept on it, yes, my opinions has changed. That 2021 first round pick was the key to it all. That's what I think. That's the key. It's an unprotected first round pick. And Miami, they have they have some older guys. So by 2021, they may stink. They may really stink. And that may be a high pick. Now you want to deal with San Antonio. You want to deal with trying to get Leonard. You're going to have to put some things on the table. That is a great piece to have. So I really, having thought on it, even though I like Mikal Bridges a lot, I really do. I think he's going to be an all-star type player. I like the trade because I know what the Sixers are trying to do here. They are trying to make the big splash to get the star player on this team. I really feel like that. I really feel like we're going to make a huge splash in free agency, and that trade shows what they're trying to do. It wasn't to build for the future. It wasn't to build and push the process down the line. It was actually to do something now and to make a splash now. And I think that's what they're going to do. As far as Zhaire Smith goes, I don't think that he's as good of a player as Mikal Bridges. Obviously, I don't. But they must feel that they can develop him. They must feel like he has enough talent. He's very athletic. He has a lot of talent. I was watching a lot of stuff with him last night, and he's got a lot of talent. And if they can develop him, he could be a really good player in this league. And that's what they must think, that they can develop him. They can work with him. So one of the interesting things that Zhaire Smith said was that Brett Brown had told him he reminds him of Kawhi Leonard. Well, wouldn't it be interesting if the Sixers go out, get Kawhi Leonard, and then have him play a mentor role for Zhaire Smith? Now, that would be pretty cool, and he may develop into a pretty good player. So I would be okay with that. And when you think of that, and when you think of the 2021 first round unprotected pick, and you realize that it's not for the future and pushing things down the road, but it's for now, yes, I have to kind of soften my feelings, my initial feelings on this trade, because I do believe what they did is to try to go all in and get Leonard and to get LeBron and to get these guys and bring them in. They're trying to do it, and that's why they needed that asset of an unprotected first-round pick. You know, and I think that it's a great asset to have and to throw in. Now, as far as Leonard goes, when they trade for him, they got to find a way to get him to sign an extension, to know that he's going to stay. Because I don't want to give up a ton and then he leaves at the end of the year and goes to LA. A lot of people think his heart is in LA, and we hear that all the time, and he's going to want to go there. I don't get caught up in all that stuff. Sometimes I think it's overplayed. He may love LA. He may, you know, have liked the Lakers growing up, all that, whatever. You know, nobody thought LeBron James was going to leave Cleveland for Miami because he was a Cleveland kid. He was there from there. He was a hometown, but he did. So just because Leonard may like to go to LA or liked LA growing up, or that's where he's from, whatever, doesn't mean that he's necessarily stuck on going to the Lakers. So the Sixers got to make a play. They got to go all in, and I think they will. So for those reasons, I love the trade. I think it was what they had to do. And yes, I've definitely changed how I feel about it because of that. So we're going to see what happens. I would like to know what you guys think. So please give me your opinion in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. Whether you agree, disagree, doesn't matter. You know, we all have our opinions. So I respect everybody's. And, you know, let me know what you think. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.